Okay, we want to talk about importing Photoshop graphics and using them as scenes within Vizrt T5. And here we are in Photoshop. You can see that we have a basic lower third with a breaking news in the upper right. I have this all broken out into different layers here. One thing you need to note with Photoshop and when you go to import it into Vizrt T is that it can not have any layer styles on it. So if I double click on the box here, none of these layer styles within Photoshop can be applied and have it be applied in Vizrt T. So they should all be clean without no layer styles there. I have the scene set up. The one thing about the text is that we're going to leave it on here for the moment as a placeholder, but we are going to replace it within Vizrt T so that we can change it. So I'm going to save the scene and then we're going to import it into Vizrt T. Okay, we're in Vizrt T, and first thing that we need to do is import this. Now before I do that, I just want to come down here into my asset view and I'm going to create a root folder and just put it in there, even though Photoshop Files will create its own subfolder. So I'm going to go to the Import tab. I'm going to navigate to my folder where I have my Photoshop file. Select the folder that has it. Now we need to come over to our images and select that drop down so that it matches within our drop down over here. We can find the lower third that we want to import, and first of all what we're going to do is select the I tab and we're going to bring this in, and when it does that it imports these Photoshop files as images. But there is another way that we can do it, and we're going to bring it in as a scene. So I'm going to select a folder, I'm going to hit the S tab, I'm going to drag my Photoshop file over. Again, this time it goes into the scenes, and now we can double click on that scene and it automatically opens it. And what you'll notice is that it actually breaks out each layer into a different container here. So as we come through and we can turn off each container, we can see how it corresponds to each layer. Now you do notice when we bring the text in that the text is just an image and it won't be able to be manipulated or changed within here. So we will need to recreate the text, and that's what we'll move on to next.